There were three main things we did with this dog. This was really important for me because he didn't really want me to touch him. He didn't really like me a ton, but he was already very food motivated. His mom had already done quite a bit of work. So to start with was really simple. It was just, let's go. I move back and I feed when the dog is straight in front of me, which means they're really engaged with me. I draw them into me. I try to put my hand right next to my leg or on top of my thigh. And then I release the food, turn, and walk. And we're doing let's go, click food, let's go, click food over and over again. To get it all on camera, I didn't have room to do the turn and walk here, but it really is just about taking several steps back. As soon as he turns his head, click, and then food, he comes to me to get the food. Now you can see we're switching it up. Usually I just do let's go work on the first appointment, and his let's go work was already so good, and his awareness of me and the food, even though he didn't want to be pet, he was just great. So time to add a challenge. So we're doing heel with heavy leash guidance. See, he keeps wanting to go to my other side. Now that I'm giving him something new to do, it causes a little confusion. It kind of helps us bond a bit because I'm improving his ability to do something, or helping him improve it, to understand it. And he did get softer, much softer by the time we were done with this. He's even sitting a bit away from me. Again, that's because he doesn't know what I'm doing and he doesn't trust me yet. That's okay. But anyway, that's heel work. So I say heel, guidance back. Then I take a few steps forward and put him right where I want him, which is kind of at the seam of my jeans. Sit, and then he gets click and food. Okay, now we're on to my signature boring let's go work. Move when I move, stop when I stop, which is just a variation of 2-3 other trainers that I've, learned this from and kind of made some tweaks. See how when I no longer have food, how disconnected he is from me? He's not just like this with me because he doesn't know me. I mean, he's like this with his family too. He's a really young dog that's having a lot of impulse control issues. So it's a normal turn where my back shows to the dog. Now I have the ability to kind of feel the leash out, and if there's tension on the leash, then I can, check in with him, or look at your dog when you turn, make sure you're looking so you know when to properly relieve pressure. 95% of this is all guidance based, pressure on, pressure off. He digs in, I increase pressure. My arm stays straight for proper guidance. Now is my favorite part. It was my favorite part of working with him too, which was the pause, the boring pause. Now I give no instructions except for no. That's it, what not to do. So I'm ready to put pressure here. If he moves one little toe, I don't mind the sniffing. He just can't take a step. That's it. And he got distracted, so he kind of stood back up. And we wait. I wait because he's going to get bored and he's going to try to go over here and over here. And I'm just going to be like, no, there's no eye contact unless I'm addressing something. And then I look away. There's no feedback. There's no food or sit or down. It's great if they relax on their own. That is certainly the goal, but that can take a really long time. But I like a challenge. So I decided to really wait it out and see how long it took. Now, it definitely took quite a while for this guy. He kind of goes through several stages, which is just kind of neat to see. So I'm going to speed some of this up, and I cut out about 2.5 minutes just for sanity purposes. Now, you do not have to do this until your dog fully lays down. I jumped the gun a bit there on pressure. See, I gave pressure right there, and he sat before he took a step. I jumped the gun, handler error there. I want to wait. I want to give him room to make a mistake. Okay, and that's really my goal, not to be preventative, so that was my fault. Anyway, the big thing here is I need to see some level of calming down before I move back to my let's go work. And that could not be a down. That with a lot of dogs, that is not a down. With a lot of dogs, that's just standing there and looking around and not whining. You know what I mean? With this dog, you would think, since he laid down, you would think, oh, this will be pretty easy. It wasn't. He was sitting, he was laying down to get something out of it. He's like, he glanced at my hands. Where's my food? Like, where's what I get out of it? He needs to be told what to do all the time. This exercise allows them to really problem solve, think for themselves, calm down, not be constantly entertained and told what to do, when to do it, how to do it. I just love this exercise. It takes a while. Looking at something on the ground, just pressure. Now, I might say no and look at him and face him if it was something bigger. He was barking at his owner, whining at his owner, being demanding. She had to be a bit more direct with him, but he eventually settled with her too. It was just a little tougher. So anyway, this rinse and repeat over and over and over again. It's just so valuable. Now here is where you finally see him put his head down, and he takes a deep breath. And that's my favorite part. He did some whining too, as well. When he was frustrated, he's like, I don't understand. Why can't I go check things out? So here in this situation, he's finally truly looks like he's relaxed. I'm focusing on a calm brain here. So I want to be the one to bring him out of it. That's the reward. Not when he's staring at me or sitting or staring at a squirrel outside the window. I'm going to reward him by calmly bringing him out of it.